We're out on this beautiful May morning hiking to the Silver Dike mine. What you can see behind us is the ore bin and the waste pile, and the adit is a bit further up canyon. So we're gonna continue on up and see what we can see. Nice.
Okay. All right.
We're here. This is great.
Yeah. That's good. I see nothing but spots in my eye.
Oh, it's old enough too.
Interesting. Maybe that was a little sun. You know what? There was water dripping in there at some point.
Yeah, it's all down there.
You can find the right pitch.
Oh, to make it resonate in here?
Thank goodness you saved me. I was lying here, hurt and afraid, lost for hours. It's an experience I'll never forget, but I'd rather not remember. So we're about a quarter mile in the mine, gone through a long adit. Here's the winds, looks like a stope below, about 60 feet deep. Some good stalls and shoring inside. So here's a winds, goes down about 60 feet. There's two compartments, a haulage way and a manway with a ladder. The structure right here is actually a head frame. The hoisting works was on this side. There was a sheave up above, and then the cable went straight down. It's interesting, this sign written in carbide says wind, spelled with an S. Don't know if it was spelled wrong, was spelled by a non-original English speaker, or what, but it's a little curious. If you go over there, you can look back and see the head frame. So we're standing under the head frame with the winds below us. If you look up, you'll see the where the sheave used to be, and you can see grooves in the wood from where the rope, or the wire rope used to run. So behind me is this timbering, which is cribbing, and they filled the area with waste rock. So instead of hauling it out of the mine, they just packed it into this void, built the timbers about it, used it to support the structure, and they don't have to move it a quarter of a mile to the portal. So you never know what you might find in the mine. Miners left all sorts of goodies everywhere. Here's a giant 35% gelatin stick of dynamite, as the colloquial would say. We're not going to touch that. We talk a lot in our pictures and videos about carbide graffiti. People have asked us what that is. Here's carbide graffiti. It's not graffiti in this case. It's a tally of loads of ore that were shipped past this point in the mine. Not sure what the 45 signifies. Carbide is the colloquial name for a calcium carbide lamp. The miners used to wear these. It would have calcium carbide in a reservoir and water. Water drips into the calcium carbide, which produces acetylene gas, which burns very bright and very hot, like an oxyacetylene welding rig. And there's a flame and a brass reflector, and that would be the miner's light. It could be used to write because it burns very sooty and dirty. The carbide lights were supplanted by incandescents, which were much brighter, just like the carbide was much brighter than the candles they replaced. Now we have LEDs, or even brighter still. That's the story behind carbide graffiti.
We came across this drift here. It's been labeled the Noble Crosscut. And we thought that was kind of strange, never seen anything labeled like that. Again, you have Noble here. There's another one over here. It says Noble. And down further on it says Nobility itself. Couldn't figure out if it was a guy's name or if this was just what they were doing in this mine. And it turns out in the trash dump, Noble is the name of the whiskey they liked.
We just came upon a winze. It goes about 30 feet down and about 35 feet up. And it's interesting they didn't continue it, but it looks like what they were after was that ore body right there with the white in it.
Yeah,
Here's a newspaper we found. The date's March 9th, 1937. The reason it's in such good shape is because it's out of the weather and it's pretty dry inside this mine.
So here we found our first stope. It's a very steeply inclined ore body. And this is where they took ore out of the mine. We're going to run a laser and see how tall it is.
About 72 feet.
72 feet tall, about 50 feet long, and about 8 feet wide. So the ore body was pretty narrow, but they took it all out of here. This is a vug. It's a natural pocket in the rock that the miners came across, like a miniature cave. Whoa. It's really cool.
Here's some more of these bugs. Natural openings in the rock. One there, more here. As
There's
well as,
a roller.
as well as up further.
Or get your hot spot out of there for me. Yeah, go like this.
Roller from the hoisting works that used to be back there to guide the wire rope.
Is it back there?
Back that way.
So I think we're done here.
Well, are we gonna go walk the Stope?
Walk the Stope.
Is this the other side of the Stope?
Yeah.
It's a right, we never went this way.
So here we found Armour's Treat, the all-purpose meat. So hard to say if that's better or worse than Spam, but certainly doesn't sound very good.
Found something over here we see a lot of. Looks like a giant match. Some people think they're torches. They are for lubricating the equipment, lubricating the wire rope, the gears, and the hoisting works. You find these often dunked in cans of heavy grease. This one's never been used. So you got a false floor here.
This is another newspaper. This is August 6, 1956. Safe to say that this could be older than some of our parents.
Not mine. Right. Here, now go down this way. Perfectly safe.
Holy shit, that can wait for you.
Go on, huh? Remember, she likes ore carts in her tunnel.
That ladder doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's a
No,
couple
it
road ones.
looks great, except for where it's not.
Yeah, if we were on rope, that actually looks awesome.
No smoking. My phone, my camera battery's dying. Have to charge it when we get in the car later.
200 you got, huh?
202. You gotta get another one.
Bro.
That's pretty wild.
Troy sphincter is already dilating.
That's a good jump over here. 202 feet. That's as far as this can see. Probably goes deeper.
Okay, I've come down to what appears to be the first level. I would assume it's 100 feet or so. And you can see where the ladder changes from platform to straight vertical there. That's pretty sketchy, but let's have a look around this level and see what we got. Seems like it says Heather, H-E-A, maybe? A date code there of 53. You got a drill rod here. Wow, look at that old. Have a drill there. And dead ends. It's the end. Looks like maybe they didn't finish this out because there's still a lot of mineralization stuff here. to the winds station. An old lunchbox. Look at that. So this continues down to the next level, and there's a ladder down there. And here's a grizzly. Another drill. A nice little bench. Look at this cave in. Rotten timber. Must have been wet. back at the Grizzly. So they were dumping stuff down to the bottom and pulling it back up. Use gravity. Hey, Kevin. I don't know what to say, man. What do you want me to tell you about it? It's like what's up above you. It's like what's up there, but like more junk laying around. Can you see how far down I am right here? Yeah, but I mean, how many feet down am I from the top? 107 feet. Yeah, there's still air blowing up, too. Stand by. All right, this is looking down, and it's 202 feet from the top. I'm 107. If you can see that piece of wood right there, it's 202 feet to that piece of wood from the top. So that's the next level. That's 100 feet below me. Now there was a bat. I wanted to get the bat, but the bat kind of bailed out. Okay, we got another big stope here with a lot of air blowing through it. This probably continues down to that drift below where I just came up from. And it continues over there on the other side. There's a ladder over there. You see that? And the drift continues. And it just goes down and down and down and down. Drops into the level below, then they pull it back up.
We just spent a couple hours underground in the Silverdyke mine, about to head back out into the warm daylight. It's pretty cold in here. We explored the entire adit level. There's a number of stopes above us, some stopes here, some stopes on the way down. There is a large winze. We explored part of it. We didn't like the conditions of the ladder, so we'll come back another day with a rope and we'll rappel down to the bottom. It was at least 200 feet, looks more like 300 or 400. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.
I'm
back.
Well, the sun's gonna be the wrong spot on the way back.
Okay, I'm gonna head up through because I'm the only one.
So, you guys checking the airflow going in it?
Yes. You haven't solved the mystery?
We checked the airflow.
This goes underneath the.
Oh, good point. And there's no dump there. So, here's the other question to get for you guys. Airflow. Airflow out of that lower.
This goes up underneath the ore bin.